It sure feels like a tiny home, but it is an off-grid, off-road trailer by Outdoors RV. This is the 26 RPS. So many cool things to see. Stick with me. I'm going to show you all the details. Hey everybody, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV, and this is the 26 RPS. Now it's made by Outdoors RV. It is part of their backcountry series, which means it is made to go off-road, off-grid, and all 4 seasons. And it's not short on features. You've got a beautiful living area, a nice bedroom, you've got the generator, you've got the clearance, amazing suspension. The total length of this trailer is 31 foot 8 inches long, and the dry weight is 10,000 pounds. Now, if you're a tall person, not 5 foot like me, you're gonna love this. So much to see. We're gonna go inside and get started. You guys need to see this, so come on. So stepping in, I hope you can tell on camera how much this feels like a living room. It does feel like a tiny home to me. And I love that feel. You've got this large living room with opposing slides and a nice, fairly spacious kitchen right next to it. I'm going to start right back here because I think it gives you a better view of the entire trailer. So right here, you've got a 3-burner stove in the kitchen. Of course, it is a flat glass top, so it's countertop if you're not using it. Flips right up. Again, the iron grill on the top just lifts off for cleaning. I really love this nice residential feel. Fold it right back down when you're not using it, and it's a flat space. You've got the knife holders in the back and a glass backsplash. So it's gonna clean easily, and it's so decorative. I love the feel of that. Now let's look top to bottom here. You've got a cabinet at the top, the microwave, nice modern look on the Furrion fan in the Ventahood. But underneath, you've got a nice size oven. You know, they do make ovens for trailers that are so small, but this is great. Of course, the lighted dials can be turned off if that's not your thing. I love it for a nightlight, but under that, it looks like it's part of the unit because it really matches the decor underneath, but it's actually a drawer. Right here, you've got a nice sized drawer, pretty deep, great for pots and pans, whatever it is you'd like to store there. And when you move over, this is a titanium edition, so there's a lot of features in here that come with the titanium edition, which is 95% of what we sell here at Princess Craft. So part of that is the solid surface countertops. Again, gives it a nice residential look. And again, if you're not using the sink, you've got these covers that are going to just clean up the space. The titanium also upgrades all of the faucets, all of the hardware in here, so that's really a nice feature. Let's lift this up real quick and scoot it open. I love the one sink here. It is a big rectangular sink. They do put a grate at the bottom, so if you want to use it for draining dishes or anything like that, works great. Got a spray port up here with a single handle. Again, everything in and outdoors feels really solid. I love the window at the back. You've got a plug right here for your coffee pot. You guys know that's my thing. And a light right above it so you can easily see what you're doing on this countertop. Now underneath, you've got a bank of 4 drawers. Let's take a quick peek here. They do put the silverware tray in the top one. These are about 2 inches deep. They're all the same size on the top. The bottom 2 are a little bit larger, so they're going to be probably 4, maybe 5 inches deep. So you've got a couple of different depths there. And right inside here, you know, you don't want to miss a single inch of storage. It's a triangle space, not huge, but it does give you a little more storage with a nice spice rack right on the top that's built in. There's even more storage and even more countertop because you've got the flip-up countertop here. and 2 more drawers right underneath. One of the smaller ones on the top, and then a larger one underneath. Now these are all a pressure fit, so you just give it a little bit of a push, and when you're done with this countertop extension, really easy to do, just lift it up, lays right back down. So a nice setup kitchen here. You do have storage up top, 2 huge shelves here, and more on the end. And this is all one big shelf. So lots of great space here. When you're looking at storage in the kitchen, you've also, right across from me here, you've got 2 of these pantries. Now these are about that deep. I would say maybe 2 foot. The front is at an angle, but you've got 4 shelves. The top one's pretty short, and then you've got an extra cabinet at the top. So right now is probably a really good time to talk about the storage that's way up there, because there's lots of it. You know what? If you're going to have space like this, and you're going to have something that really is so livable and off-grid capable, you need to have enough storage. So what they've done is they've raised the ceiling, and guys, that makes this feel so good in here. That ceiling is over 8 feet tall in the center. It is a crowned roof, which makes it feel to me a little bit like an old rail car or something. And you have storage all the way around on the top. But instead of just making it storage, they made it beautiful cabinetry. These cabinet faces are, again, part of the titanium upgrade. So you've got storage right up here and 2 above the refrigerator. Yes, I would need a stool to get to it, but I don't mind carrying a small foldable stool if it gives me all that storage. So right up here, let's see if I can reach it. I can reach it. Again, the same size storage that we had down below, just one more right up at the top, and then an open cabinet up here. So you've got the full depth of the refrigerator. Great storage. Let's talk about the refrigerator. Not only is it such a nice modern look, I love the brushed silver on the outside. So when you're thinking about spending some time in nature and just relaxing, staying for a while, you're going to want to have enough refrigerator space. So really nice in here. Look how deep those glass shelves are. And so many people I talk to now want a nice deep freezer. Maybe that ice cream is your favorite treat at night. This is important stuff. If you want to stay a while, frozen foods are the key. All right, let's move on, because right here on the right, you've got a really nice television set. Down underneath, you've got the charging station. Now, these are throughout the trailer, and what's included in their charging stations is 2 USBs on the left and a round cigarette lighter style plug on the right. You've got your stereo here. Of course, it's got the HDMI cables in it. It's Bluetooth capable, all the things you're looking for in a stereo. And countertop. Love the countertop here. Every countertop in this trailer, because it's titanium series, is going to have this solid surface look, even in the bathroom and the bedrooms. So that's a really nice feature. Storage down below. I mean, who can complain about that? You've got a nice shelf on the top and the bottom here, and a nice dinette right next to it. So let's talk about this. This is what they call their mountain dinette. Every dinette I've ever been in, you know, you worry about it being comfortable, you worry about it being solid, you don't want the table to move, and you don't want to feel cramped. You want to feel like you can see outside. This dinette checks all the boxes. It is so comfortable. The leatherette that they use is soft, it's pliable, it's cleanable, and this table, it's not going anywhere. I couldn't move it or even, you know, tip over a glass, even shift my computer a little bit if I wanted to. It is rock solid. It is a 2-pole dinette, and it makes into a bed. How big of a bed? Wow. It is 45 inches wide. That's almost 4 feet wide. So the length, it's almost 7 feet long, 6'10". So this is going to fit any I won't say any. This will fit most adults, okay? Uh, Gosh, it would fit two of me really easily. So the windows, all of the windows that you'll see in the titanium edition are going to be frameless windows, and they're going to be dual paned. While we're talking about dual pane windows, let's talk about Four Season real quickly, because all of the walls in this are going to be a 2-inch aluminum frame. They are block foam insulated. The ceiling is 3 inches. So you have super insulation in this trailer. That is also what you'll find on the slide outs, the top, the sides, on the floor. You'll see it in the compartment doors on the outside. Everything is well insulated. And that is unusual. You may assume that your slide outs are as sturdy as the walls of the trailer, but I assure you that is not always the case. So they do a super job in insulating this trailer because they want it to be a true four-season trailer. So that's one of the reasons people buy an outdoors RV. Such great quality, great insulation, ready to go anywhere. I'll bring that up a few more times because it is really one of the best things about outdoors RV. All right, you've got 4 lights at the top. It is turned on by the switch at the end, so you can turn these on and off depending on if you need them. Maybe you're working here and you need it, and then you get up and you're watching TV, not so much. Real nice dinette here. You do have a window here, the TV on the other side. The TV pulls out and swings around so you can see it easily from the dinette. And, of course, you've got extra storage. So down here, you've got a pull-out drawer. It does have a lock on it, so you can lock it when you're going down the road. Let's see how long it pulls out. Pulls out to here. You've got about 2.5 feet in length. Now you do have extra storage in the back of the seat that you access from the top. Just lift the cushion, easy access to a little more storage in the back. Going down the road, just push the button, it locks, no problem. Another reason I love this living room is that you've got the fireplace right here. Now it's great for heat as well, not just the ambiance. You can turn the heat on and off, but it's electric heat and it really dries out the air. So that's a nice feature if you're kind of at the beach or in a moist climate. You've got a countertop right on top. Again, a great charging port and a 110 plug. So anything you want to add here, maybe charge your phone, easy to do. And a switch right over here that tells you that you can have the fireplace or the microwave. And in the opposite slide, in this model, we have really comfortable theater seating. Love this, right? So it's really comfortable. You've got some storage in the middle. You've got some cup holders right here. Let's see how it reclines. Okay, now this isn't bad. I could enjoy this. TV's right there. Beautiful vistas with the doors and the windows. This feels great. Now, if you needed extra sleeping or you just love a sofa, that's available as well. So a sleeper sofa can be put in place of these theater seats. All right. I just hate to keep going because this is so comfortable, but there's a lot more to see. Right over here, you've got the controls for the power fan up in the top. That power fan is going to create a breeze. These windows cantilever out at the bottom, so it's a little bit of a fold out, but that's okay because it's great to leave that open if it's raining or if you just want to be sure that you stay away from any weather that might be coming. But you can still get a great breeze, and one way to do that is to turn on the power fan and it's going to move that air inside. Really lovely. So you've got a slide window over here and on this side. All of the windows in this outdoors RV are going to have a pull-down shade, and you do have holders right here to keep it in place if you want the shades down when you're going down the road, and storage all the way around the top. I love that feel. It just makes it feel comfortable. The high ceiling really gives it openness, and you've got all the storage. All right, now we've got to my favorite part, yours probably as well, which is why you're still hanging in there with me, we are to these sliding doors in the back. Now this trailer is very much like a fifth wheel. It's got a patio that folds out on the back, a higher ceiling in this area. They just converted it to be a nice living space instead of a toy hauler. So you've got nice sliding doors here and a screen door that pulls across as well if you wanted to leave the door open and just have a screen. So this is one of the best parts of this trailer for sure. Got the awning overhead. You've got sides and a nice door to go in and out. Great space to sit out here, relax, enjoy nature. Great for kids, small children, puppies. I don't know. It's everything you'd want. A nice place outside, but just walk right in and get yourself a drink. I'm going to show you how easy it is to set this up at the end, so don't go away. Let's go in and take a look at the bathroom and the bedroom, because that's important too. So an advantage of this layout is that you don't have to go through the bedroom or the living room to get to the bathroom. Right inside the entry door here. So let's head on in and start there. Like everything else in this trailer, it feels residential in here. You've got the nice solid door here. Let's open it up. I love the black trim. You have the upgraded faucet, as I mentioned in the beginning, with the titanium. So you've got an adjustable height there, a nice shower head, and a soap dish, double handles. The molded area in here gives you a place to put shampoo and soap, and a seat or a step if you need that. Great design. And it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it gives you plenty of elbow room in there. You've got a small oval sink. Again, the solid surface countertop, that feels great. Medicine cabinet, very well done. 4 shelves inside. And a swing out makeup mirror. Gotta love that, right? Down below, you do have a little bit of storage in here. Let's get that open. The bottom part, of course, is going to be equipment, but up at the top, you do have open space. 110 plug right here and USB port right next to that. As any quality trailer, they're going to have the porcelain toilet and hooks right up top for your towels. One more thing that screams quality to me, you've got the controls here for your max air fan in the top, so you've got a power vent in the bathroom, really nice for all that steam from the shower, and down here a water pump switch. You may not keep your water pump switch on all the time, so it's nice to have switches throughout the trailer where you can turn it on when you're at the area and going to use the water. So, long story short, another water pump switch right here so you'd be ready for your shower. Great. So, stepping directly into the bedroom, let's see what we find. You know, this isn't a really large trailer, but it's got plenty of storage in the bedroom, the space to walk around. This isn't bad at all. It's not super tight. I love that Outdoors provides this wonderful suede bedspread. I mean, seriously, folks, how many bedspreads that come with a trailer are really what you want? But this is fabulous. Pillows to match, solid surface countertop. Because this is the titanium series, you've got the power fan in the top, TV up high so it's not in the way, windows on both sides. Now, the ceiling does come down just a little bit in here, but it's probably still 7 foot right here. So, still has that high ceiling feel to it. And you've got great cabinetry around the bed for storage. So, this can be a hanging space, or it could also be, of course, just stacking shelves, whatever it is that works for you. And another storage up here. Remember, you are on the curve, so it gets tight in the back, but it's over 2 feet deep. So you've got a lot of space in there. The lighting includes reading lights right here, a light underneath so it lights up your bedside table, and you've also got right up there the 2 USBs and the cigarette lighter charging, and on the left you've got a 110 plug. So you've got all the power you need on both sides of the bed. Now, in addition to all the storage, the lighting, you do have a safe over on the other side that is on the driver's side, and it's great to keep your valuables in it, and you could always add another one on this side if you wanted them to match. All right, there's more storage to see here as well. So many trailers are going to have storage under the bed, but Outdoors RV goes the extra mile to really make it usable. If you had just a giant box underneath this bed, you're limited on how you can use that, and things kind of get piled up. But let me show you what they did. If you just lift this up, you can see you've got a space that's about 6 inches deep. Nothing's going to get lost, but you can layer clothes here, put shoes, boots, whatever it is you need, but easy access. Now, how do they use the bottom part of this storage? I'll show you. On this side, you have a drawer that pulls out. On the sides, both sides have this, of course, they match. They're going to pull out, they're about 5 or 6 inches deep and give you about 18 inches to 20 inches of depth. So, nice storage space there, but then there's an open space in the middle. I love that space because that's where I'm going to kick off my shoes and just drop them in there, grab them when I need them, maybe hide that extra pair of hiking boots that I don't wear very often. So Outdoors RV has really done well in this space. You've got great storage here, great usable storage under the bed, great side tables here, and you've got a sliding door into the bathroom as well as a standard entry door. Good layout, great features, but a little more to see, so let's go. As we're heading out the door, I want to go through just a few more things. Right here at the door, you have the on-off for the generator. Yes, this comes generator ready, or you can get the generator in it. The generator gives you so many more options when you're off the grid. So many of these trailers are going to include that. Up here on the right is the fresh water tank heater. Again, cold weather, you'll want to keep that from freezing. It is a heated and enclosed underbelly, but you want to give that fresh water tank just a little boost with that. Now over here, you've got the awning, the slide out, and the opposing slide out. Down below, this is the monitor system for the tanks. Huge tanks on this. This trailer has 100 gallons of fresh water, 100 gallons. It also has 65 gray and 40 black, so plenty of tank space with the monitor right here, easy to keep up with. Now down below, you've got another water pump switch. You do have 2 switches for the water heater because it is a gas or a electric, and it's 10 gallons, 10-gallon water heater. Like I said, Outdoors does it right. And over here on the right, you just have some switches that's going to control the main lighting in the cabin. Over here, I love this little piece right there. You enter your PIN. Oops, I think I messed it up. And that's going to give you all of the electrical controls for the slide, the awning, the lights. So that's a nice feature as well. Just pop it out, take it with you, and you don't have to be here pushing the buttons. So down below, what you'll see here is going to be your leveling system. This has an automatic leveling system on it, again, part of the titanium package. So with a few touches, the trailer will level itself. We'll take a look at that when we get outside. Over here on this other wall, heading into the bedroom, is going to be your temperature settings, and that is going to be your air conditioner because you do have a ducted AC in the roof, and man, it can keep this cool. Why? Because it's so well insulated. They do such a good job here that it is our go-to trailer on the lot here at Princess Craft because when it gets really hot in the afternoon, this trailer is so well insulated, it's still cool on the inside. That tells me this insulation is really working. All right, let's head outside. So much more to see. Do I need to point out that it's got a great swing out handle there and these Lippert solid steps that just fold up and get out of your way. They're so easy to work with. One of my favorite things. Just pop up, push them in, and shut the door. I love that. There's easy access right here to a gas port, and that is going to be for either your grill or maybe a propane fire on the outside. Coming up to the storage here. So right up here on the controls, you've got light switches, of course, for the lighting that's inside this compartment and some on the front. But then you've also got the auto leveling system. Now the auto leveling system, let's take a look right down here. It's going to be a one-touch system. It's really great. You will see the tongue is off the ground, and that is because this auto leveling system is going to level the trailer. No need to carry blocks, no need to gauge it. Just push the button, it is going to auto level for you. They do have the scissors on the side, they have the straight jacks in the back, because with this kind of weight, they want you to be sturdy and stable. So they've got a bit of an upgraded system here. Works great. So the controls for that are going to be right up here on the front, as well as another charging station, and it also is going to have your battery disconnect. What you'll also see right up here is going to be the MPPT controllers for the solar panels. This trailer is going to come standard with 400 watts of solar. Now there is an upgrade package to 600 or to 1,000. So if you're wanting to do some serious off-grid camping, you can do that with this, with 1,000-watt solar panels. All right, we have the MORryde rollout tray here. Pulls all the way out. This is going to hold 800 pounds. So you can stack it up, reach everything, slide it right back in. Over here on the side, of course, some cranks that have a nice place to live. And you've also got holders for an axe, a shovel, whatever it is you want to carry. Okay, let's move to the front, because up here you've got upgraded propane tanks from what you see on so many trailers. These are going to be 10-gallon tanks. You do have a generator here that's going to be running off propane, so having two 10-gallon tanks is huge. You've got space in the back for batteries. Now the batteries, you can fit up to 4 batteries in there. The batteries are something that you can upgrade with your dealer, and I always recommend the lithium, particularly if you're looking at an off-grid situation. So they've got a nice space for that. Underneath, a toy lock. You're putting a nice grill, maybe your bikes, something else out here. You can lock it up right there with the toy lock. And up front, of course, an electric jack. They do have a nice caddy here to hold your plug and to hold your chains. Keep them out of the dirt. Make sure you don't have any problems with your connections here, and just make it easy to reach. I do like to point out that they do an interesting coupler situation. Very often on a trailer that has this kind of clearance, it's very tough to get a hitch tall enough to carry it without having something that's going to interfere with your tailgate and just be in the way. So they do a drop hitch, making that easier for you. As you can see, we have a fiberglass front cap. It rolls all the way around the sides. It's great for durability. And you've got the rock guard on the bottom half of it. So that is really going to hold up, particularly if you're in some maybe wooded areas. In here you'll find the 3600 LP generator. Again, starts just with pushing the button on the inside, runs off the LP, and is going to provide power for this trailer when you need it. There is a sewer hose holder right underneath here, and outside shower. Now this is a little different than you may be used to seeing. This is a spray port. The coiled hose just quick connects right into it, and that stretches out, gives you the power to wash dishes, wash off your feet, rinse off the dog, whatever you need to do. And you notice 1-inch thick doors, particularly on this shower, makes a difference, because that water inlet is prone to freezing if you don't have good insulation. The next thing is right here. This is going to be easy access to the poles on your sewer dump. So if you need to dump these, you hook it up right underneath, but instead of standing on your head trying to find those poles, you have a hatch, you can see it, reach in, grab it, easy peasy. Light in between, if you happen to have to dump your tanks at night, good visibility. You've got the black tank flush and the city water fill right here. You do have a ladder to get on the roof because this is a full walk-on roof, And the ladder unpins, slides right up against the trailer so you don't have anything extruding on the trailer when you're going down the road. 30 amp plug-in right here, and underneath you've got a port for cable and satellite. Everything's easy, everything's right here on the side. Your furnace outlet right here, and around this slide, you know, while we're walking, I just want to remind you, these slides on the outside, the underneath, and this exterior wall, it is built identical to the walls of the trailer, so you've got full insulation all the way around. That is really a nice feature. I can't emphasize that enough. You'll notice there's a slide out cover on this slide out, and that's because it comes with the titanium package. Now this is opposing slides, so on the slide out on the other side, it really doesn't fit. Because you have the large awning, there's just not enough clearance to put that slide out topper on there. So if you wanted that slide out topper or you wanted that area to be covered, just put your awning out, well, 4 or 5 feet. That's gonna take care of it. All right, the patio, again, can't say enough. The steps, easy to fold up, and I love the fact that they have a sliding door right here, so it's easy to get in and out. Now coming back around here, there's a few more things that I just want to point out. One of the things that makes the backcountry by Outdoors RV so special is the suspension. Not only do you have the custom-built chassis, but you've got the heavy-duty KYB shocks and the Moride CRE 4000 shackles. Now, that together is going to give you 4 inches of travel. That's huge. So, you can go anywhere. You've got the Goodyear Endurance tires, so 16-inch tires, 10-ply, E-rated. Love that. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is this great awning. Let's put it out and just enjoy the space. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Let us know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see you next time.